We had to show you this. This is a great moment in the mayoral debate down in Providence, Rhode Island. Okay, thank you.
So I want to say to Kara, will you please marry me? Good job, Chris. Good move.
For those of you at home who did not hear her response, she said yes. Now, independent Mr. Jonathan Scott.
Always a hard act to follow, Chris.
And I got to tell you, that is not even not my favorite moment with Chris Young. Mm-hmm. He was also doing a show this week called, what was it, The Road Show, political show in Rhode Island. Take a look at this.
Chris, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming in and serenading me this morning. I didn't realize
Next time our guitarist could come in, that would be great.
That would be great. I didn't realize that you were
right
such
out in the lobby if you want to have him in.
Well, that's really nice of you. I'm afraid we're out of time.
She handled that very well. No,
I'm afraid we're out of time. Did you?
That could have been the worst proposal ever if she said no at that. That would have been devastating. His campaign would have been over, right? You'd have to think so. Well, now it's time for our Washington Post politics segment with Dan Balz of the Washington Post, who will not be serenading us.
Well, who said I did? I have some surprises today.
Excellent.
Good.
The harmonica, the guitar.
Yeah, excellent.
Dan, let's start off with Alaska as well, because that's the freshest campaign that we're still looking at. That is still going on up there in Alaska. Lisa Murkowski, there's a lot of finger pointing now from Republican insiders saying this is not just about the Sarah Palin factor, but this is really about her running a campaign that made many mistakes, that she really didn't take this campaign seriously of Joe Miller, and he caught her by surprise, and she lost that double-digit lead. What's your assessment on where this is going?
Well, I mean, she's become the Republicans' Martha Coakley. I mean, the candidate that the party all of a sudden decides to beat up on for lack of a good campaign. And the evidence seems to be on the side of those who are critical of her, that she really didn't do what she needed to do. She did not take seriously the kind of environment that all incumbents are facing, particularly when there's a challenge on the right in the Republican Party. And she got caught, napping on this, and she may well lose this primary. I mean, it's going to go on for a while. We may not know till late in September how this turns out. But nonetheless, the numbers at this point look like they're difficult for her to overcome.
And how much more nervous are Democrats? I mean, the sense, and Politico's got a story out today quoting all these anonymous Democratic strategists saying that they're really worried. I mean, is your sense that Democrats are actually more worried than they were a month or two ago?
I think they're a little bit more worried than they were a couple of months ago. I mean, I think there was a period in the early summer where they saw a path to preserve their majority in the House, which was to win a few seats that the Republicans now hold, to make sure that some of their incumbents who are in difficult seats have had enough time to get ready for this, that the money differential in a number of districts favors them, even though they're in tough races. I think they thought that was going to work. I think what's happened over the summer is, as your previous guest suggested, that the month of August got away from them in a way that they had hoped it wouldn't, that they have gotten caught up in some cul-de-sacs inside their own party. The Robert Gibbs comment we remember from July, in which he suggested the House might be at play, and the House Democrats all went up in arms about that, even though he was speaking the obvious and not predicting they were going to lose. So they have not been able to take advantage. But I think the most important is the economy numbers in the month of August have not been good.
Housing numbers.
Everybody who was anticipating there might have been some lift between June and Labor Day, it's not happened.
Yeah, and it's hard to win when you're looking at unemployment numbers we're seeing, housing numbers. It's a tough environment.
Yes.
Dan Balz, Washington Post, thank you for joining us here on Top Line. If anybody has seen Rick Klein out there, please let us know, and tune in again tomorrow. We appreciate it.
Thanks for watching.
Where is he?